Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. We're reporting from Mobile World Congress 2015 here in Barcelona in Spain, where it's usually sunny, but today it's raining. But we're indoors, and that's kind of all right because you may hear behind me there's a lot of noise. Over in the Innovation City over there are a lot of demonstrations going on, and dancers and dancing girls and noise. So we may have to struggle against it, but we will, and we shall get through it. So, gentlemen, welcome under somewhat tricky conditions. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you to the audience. First of all, on my left is Vicente, VP Communications Sector, AMS Sales, let's get this right, Communications Industry, Enterprise Services America for HP. Vicente, welcome. It's
Thank you.
A long title.
Thank you, Martin.
But you're here and we're at it. And on your left, and the guy who'll be answering most of the questions here is Jose Ribeiro, who is the Executive President of ABR Telecom in Brasilia, headquartered in Brasilia. So gentlemen, welcome. If I could start with you, Jose, can you tell us about ABR Telecom? I know it's an association. Can you tell us what it does, how many members you have, how long you've been in existence?
ABR is an association that has as members the most important Brazilian carriers, and our focus is provide service for our associates. Service that has centralized solution like number portability service, wholesale service, and fraud service. And ABR existed for over 17 years.
Okay, thank you. Now, staying with you for the moment, let's talk about what is the current state of the CSP business model and market in Brazil, and what are the forces that are working against it?
Well, the Brazilian market has developed a lot in the last years. For one side, we have the regulatory agents that demands from the carriers quality, patronized process, and a best service for the customers. And on the other side, the carriers has invested a lot in the market. And today we are absolutely update with the technology and with the best practice in the service for the customers in Brazil.
Thank you. You work, what's happening in the industry in general, and what we see here at Mobile World Congress is the constant flux and change that's going through the industry. This used to be a show about mobile phones and mobile applications. It certainly isn't that anymore. We've got an intelligent toothbrush manufacturer over there. That shows how things have changed. A lot of the emphasis now, mobility, Internet of Things, NFV, SDN, virtualized networks, and so on. You work in close collaboration together in partnership with HP. Can you tell us how HP helps you within your market with any challenges and any opportunities there are?
Well, HP is a node partner of ABR. We have worked together for over 15 years, and HP has helped us in many different ways, innovation and support, and we have some products, some service developed together, and so we have a very good partnership. And in this moment that we are living in a completely change in the technology, I think that we have very good opportunities. IoT, for example, we are discussing a lot this new technology in this Congress. And so I think that this is one of the most important points that we, in the near future, will talking about.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to bring you in, if
Yes,
I could, please, Vicente. How do you find working with ABR? What do you do with them? How close is the collaboration? And what are the main points of emphasis?
Yeah, Martin, we have a long history of working with ABR, as Moreira has described. And I think it's all based on trust and partnership. So we have never worked as a customer-vendor relationship. We have always engaged in every project as one. ABR has to go and compete for every solution that they deploy in all the Brazilian market, and usually the deals are awarded with a regulatory body in Brazil.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have to work together in developing the business solution that is required across different carriers. So the biggest challenge is to identify one glove that fits all, right? So when we think about the fraud management systems that we have deployed that are widely used by all the carriers in Brazil, it's actually to help them to protect the revenues and overcome the fraud situation that we experience in our developing countries, developing economies. And one of the solutions that we have jointly developed and created together, that it didn't exist before, but we created it with ABR, is around the stolen devices. So whenever you're trying to buy a device, an iPhone, let's say, from another country and bring it into Brazil to activate it, ABR will immediately detect it and communicate it back to the carrier so that the device cannot be activated. So that means millions and millions of dollars of savings to the carrier that working with HP and ABR together, we have been able to accomplish it. So it's and the relationship that Moreira and I have over the years is based on trust, friendship, is all the relationship that makes it real, tangible, and make it happen.
I wonder if you could put things into a little bit more context. I know because I've been there, but everyone knows Brazil is an enormous country. And I know that the telecom sector is growing very, very rapidly. Can you give us some indication of how many subscribers there are and how many carriers there are?
Well, Brazil has over 250 million customers. And we have 8 big groups, economic groups, that provide the wireline and the wireless service in Brazil. But we have thousands of small carriers that provide service in some regions, small municipalities or small regions. This is the profile of our market today.
Okay.
Penetration is very high in Brazil.
Yes.
So we have above 100% penetration. So that's why what we've been talking lately about how to join forces and develop a joint strategy to go after the IoT business in Brazil is huge. With high penetration, the new revenue streams will come from IoT, MVNE, and MVNOs. So that's why this is something that we've been discussing on how to build together.
What will be required from the carriers to be able to offer IoT services? Will it be carried over mobile? Will it be carried over landline? What will those services be? Do you think they'll be talking about M2M? What kind of services and applications will be involved?
Well, that certainly is around the application ecosystem.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we've been discussing with ABR in the last few weeks is about how to create that ecosystem. The enabling technology can be easily be provided. HP has all the elements to provide the enabling technology for machine to machine. But the real driver for IoT or machine to machine is in the end application.
Right.
So the benefit of HP working with a company like ABR is being able to jointly develop that ecosystem of applications that are required by supply chain providers, by fleet management companies, by insurance companies in the Brazilian market. So that's where the focus will be in the upcoming months.
Okay, thank you. Jose, can you tell us, where do you see the opportunities to create new revenue streams for your members starting now? Where is the focus? Where do you see, we've talked about IoT, what else is there?
Well, IoT is a really a very good opportunity, but we have too the MVNOs. We start this process in Brazil, but we don't have so many MVNOs yet. And so I think that this is a great opportunity too, right? And there are some demands from the Anatel, the regulatory agents, that comes from soon, and probably will bring some new opportunities for ABR as an association that provides service for the carriers and for our partners like HP.
Good, thank you. And a final question to you. We know that Brazil is big. We know that it's a huge market, but there's the rest of Latin America, South America. Do you intend to move outside the Brazilian arena and the Brazilian market and expand your membership into other countries in South America?
Well, our associates provide service in the most part in Latin America, in South America, Central America, and so they are the same groups. And so we have has developed these solutions and applications for Brazil. So we have some opportunity to expand because we have the most part of the companies belongs to the same group.
Right.
So we have the first opportunity, and naturally we can expand for other operators, or other carriers that provide service in Latin America. So I think that this is an opportunity for us.
Thank you. Vicente, last one to you.
Yes.
Given the speed at which everything's moving at the moment in comms, and given the way we see things change and reflected here at a show like this, looking forward 12 months, which is, you can't do much more than that these days, how do you see HP's relationship with ABR and in the region developing?
It's we just simply starting the past 15 years that are bringing us to this point that basically is the proliferation of applications, as we discussed, and we are seeing an increased demand on other industries becoming like a telco.
Yeah.
So you see bank institutions wanting to lend the money to buy devices and activate them with banks on the display, not the traditional carrier. So that's why if we focus and we develop the strategy that we'll be discussing with ABR around MVNOs and IoT, it's an amazing opportunity for both companies to grow together.
Okay, well done for battling against the noise. Vicente Parva and Jose Ribeiro, thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you.